Hi everyone. Welcome to day 3 of We Should Have Been in Kenya, but God, and prep going into the actual trip itself. Thanks for the little oops. We had a little audio trouble. Uh, Thank you, Angela. I see. And we should be having no more audio problems. I'm seeing it all bouncing around the mixer. We're trying something a little new today as we get ready for Africa. Um, Here we go once again. I just wanted to give you an update on the COVID issues. So Alyssa is feeling great, except that she has lost her sense of smell. So if you could pray for that to come back, because that makes eating food less appealing than when you can smell it and taste it and all of that kind of stuff. She really hasn't lost her taste per se, but definitely her sense of smell. I tested negative for COVID again yesterday, so now our prayers are for me to stay negative. Because I no longer have time to recover before we go. Everything should be going great. Hey, great, Angela. I'm glad you can hear us now. That's wonderful. So I just wanted to kind of give you guys a vision of where we're going. We've been really blessed that we were able to just simply move this entire trip forward 2 weeks, that all of the schedule, all the places we were going, all the speaking engagements are being rescheduled, but all of the pastors in Kenya have been able to handle that 2-week move forward, and that has been a real blessing to us. We really have just put our hands and our schedules in the hands of the pastors that we're going to meet. Alice, Pastor Andrew, Bishop Vovak, and Bishop Makona and Bishop Petroba have been absolutely fantastic with working with us and just creating our schedule for us as we are going really to serve them and their needs. We are really excited about the health literacy piece and some of that coming up as well as getting being able to preach in Kitale every single day that we're there. Those will end up, because there's no Wi-Fi in those rural areas, those will get recorded and uploaded later. So just watch for those as we get into the middle of the season. While we're in Nairobi and while we're in Nakuru, we should have more easily access to Wi-Fi and be able to run things live. I also wanted to give you an update on what happened last night. So as I was getting ready for bed last night, I said to God, what are you trying to teach us in this process? Why have you made this 2-week delay? Because this is really your timing, God. And he gave me this vision of 2 eggs being cracked and then turning into an omelet, a big, huge, fluffy omelet. And then he repeated that vision with it turning into a frittata, and then the eggs going into like a cake mix and becoming a cake. And I said, okay, start with something small, grow to something big. What are you trying to say to me, God? And he said, that's basically, he said, I'm going to take the 2 of you, you're my eggs, and I'm going to greatly increase you over these 2 weeks and the 5 weeks you're in Kenya. But especially over these 2 weeks, I want to expand your ability to minister well there. And so that is part of the reason why you're seeing a little bit more of posting and things like that. Before, God said, don't do that. Now he's telling us to go ahead and post and begin to talk about some of these plans and some of these visions that we have. And so we're doing that. But I really love this vision that he's just going to take us from where we are, and he's going to turn us into something bigger and growing and stuff like that. Angela, I actually learned that, asked God what he wanted to tell us from watching some of the prophets, specifically Emma Stark and Lana Vassar, who start their days with, hey, God, what's going on in your heart? What are you trying to do today? That is definitely something I've picked up over the last few weeks and really used it last night and got a clear answer and vision, and just love that. God is always so faithful to tell us what's going on if we ask him what's going on. If we don't ask, he's okay with it. And I've always kind of been a don't ask girl. I just kind of float along with God on whatever he's got planned for me. And I don't tend to ask a lot of questions. But I'm learning that asking questions kind of eases some of my edginess about some stuff, and it just helps me to have a better vision of what he's doing. So I am looking forward to this 2-week process. Well, now this 11-day process before we leave of what are we doing? How are we growing? What are we moving in? What do we need to learn next for God, so that the heat of the oven, or the heat of the frying pan when we're making omelets doesn't bother us, that we can accept it and that we can grow. Because the other vision God kept giving me was this image of it's going to change you. You're going to go from a liquid egg to a solid cake or omelet, and that's going to be change, and change can be painful and difficult if you're not prepared to change. So it's not difficult if you're prepared. If you know you're going to become an omelet or a cake, then you're fine. But if you don't know, then it can be a difficult process. So I'm looking forward to the fact that there'll be some changes and some growth over the next 2 weeks for Alyssa and I, but that it's all part of God's plan to get us completely ready and set over there. Yes. Alyssa, yes. Emma Stark is on YouTube as Glasgow Prophetic Center. And Lana Vassar is also on YouTube as Lana Vassar. It's just absolutely fabulous to really get to go live, to see your comments along the side, to be able to know what's going on. And I am so looking forward to this. As I am teaching in Kenya, I won't have access to the live. Alyssa will, so she'll be able to type messages, but my focus is going to be anyway on what's going on in the room where I'm teaching at the moment. So, but it's kind of neat to see the little streams and comments come off the side. Anyway, so that's my entire Facebook Live for today. Just the prayer requests that Alyssa gets her taste back, that I don't get COVID, and that we can move with the heat that God is going to apply to our lives, and that we can change into what he wants us to be so that we can serve Kenya well, and then we can come back and serve America as well. So thank you all very much. Thank you for all that you have done for us. Please message us if you have any questions on the Facebook Live. We're going to work on getting this up on YouTube as well. But thank you and have a great day. Be blessed. And in his service, we are looking forward to serving all of you.